Hi everyone, welcome to my vlog. So for today's video, I will be talking to you the instructional materials and the methodologies in language teaching that I employed in one of the subjects that I taught last sem, which was oral communication in context. So let's get going and I will share to you my screen on Canva. Okay, so as you can see, I am now on Canva. Right? And that is me speaking, actually. Yeah, and yes, you're welcome now to my vlog. Okay. So for today, we will discuss the methodologies and IMs or the instructional materials in language teaching during the pandemic. Okay. So we have a lot of methodologies in language teaching. So I will name some. We have audiolingual, direct method, grammar translation, communicative approach, TPR, and stuff. But for today's video, we will focus on CLT, right? So what is CLT? It's about the communicative language teaching. So what is CLT? When we say CLT, we make real communication as the focus of language learning. Okay. One of its goals is to communicate using the target language, which is in our case, English. And as a language teacher, you have to be tolerant of learners' errors. All right. So you will learn four things actually in CLT. I will tackle role as the teacher, role of the students, treatment of errors, instructional materials used. All right. So let's dive into them. We have number one, role as a teacher. So one role that sticks to me when we say CLT is giving speaking tasks. Okay, so for example, debates. So as a language teacher in CLT, you have to give your students opportunities where they could really speak their mind, all right, where they could really practice the English language, all right. Second is the role of the students. So one of the roles of students in CLT is engaging in role play. Okay, so it's one way for students to embrace language learning and to be adaptive to the roles that are assigned to them. Okay. Then third is the treatment of error. So how do I correct my students? So I use three strategies for this. We have the recast strategy. So when I say recast strategy, whenever my students would commit error, I would repeat the error, the phrases or the sentence that contain error so that it would be corrected. So for example, if my students would say that, Miss, I need to record my video now for the MPT, so I would rephrase what he said. So for example, I would say, do you mean you want to record your video for the MPT? Okay, so that is recast strategy. I also employ peer correction, wherein I would let my students delve into their peers because sometimes they tend to learn best with their peers because they're comfortable with them, right? Then letter C is perfect timing, quote unquote. So I put there quote unquote for perfect timing because there are some sensitive students. So I have to correct them when the opportunity has given me. So, for example, I would talk to them privately. Okay, so they will not be offended. So, it's very important to learn your learners. Okay. Then, lastly, is the instructional materials that I use in the pandemic, okay, in online distance learning. So, I use podcasts. I let my students listen to TED Talks or on YouTube or Spotify. So we have a lot of podcasts on Spotify. So one of which can be Adulting with Joy Spring and stuff. Then we have YouTube channel and LMS. Yes, I use YouTube as one of my instruction materials because I upload some lessons there so that it would be easy for my students to access my lessons. And of course, Teams, the LMS that we use in our school, than audio recording. I would let them record their speaking voice using the audio recorder that they have in their devices. And another thing is the use of Flipgrid. So here's the screenshots of the sample that I got from this site. So this is very important because it's like TikTok, wherein the students could share anything that you want. You could post your topic there. So for example, is this. Okay, so that's the example that I got from last sem. We also have this. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So you have there the videos from your students' performances. Okay, so you have they can also view their classmates' performance. All right, so Flipgrid is actually very good. So if you want to improve your students' speaking skills, you can use this. All right, and that's a wrap. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so we could talk more about the methodologies in language teaching and the IMs that I use in my classes. All right. So thank you so much for listening to my vlog and to more vlogs soon. Okay. Bye.